What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. We're hitting a 2-for-1 special here. We just did a high-stakes draft with Jacob, and that was really fun. I think we drafted a pretty good team, but I wanted to have some alone time with the people. I feel like we've had a nice little connection these last couple weeks where I've been streaming every single day. I felt bad that, having a guest, it's tough to interact with the audience as much and the comments as much. So let's just have a little bit of me and you time here. We'll do a nice little stream. We'll stream some kind of draft on Underdog, probably a puppy. But how's everybody doing? All right? This is, look, man. Look, dude. Hero RB draft strategy this morning, a high-stakes stream, and now we're back for more. Because it's August. Nobody's going to outwork me in August. We're live. How is everybody? How are we? How is everybody doing? We're in here. Mountain Dew in hand. Winnie in the back. I ain't fucking leaving. How is everybody? But yeah, I figured I'd come back. We do a nice little draft because, again, I did want to connect with you guys. And I want to run a little bit of an experiment as well. I think we get more views and more live viewers, one, in this software, where it's a little bit cleaner than a thing like StreamYard, and I think when I can interact with you guys and get the chat going, we can get a packed house in here. How's everybody doing? I figured we'd hop on here, do another draft. Why not? The puppy 3 is out right now. If you're not an Underdog Fantasy, what the hell are you doing? Make sure you check it out. We have a link on the live chat right now, pinned at the top. We have the description, or no, we don't have it pinned at the top here. I'll pin it now, but if you click on that link, it'll take you to Underdog Fantasy. It'll use promo code RON. It'll match your deposit up to $100, and you can hop on here, play with us, because right now we have a $5 puppy out, the most beginner-friendly tournament there is. I'm telling you, if you want to try Underdog Fantasy, a best ball platform, you can get ready for your home leagues with it for just $5 to enter, $200,000 to first place. We're going to be ripping one right now. Use promo code RON. Check out Underdog Fantasy. It is the best way to get practice in. It's the best way to play fantasy football. No trades, no setting lineups, no nothing, no baggage. You simply draft, and that is all. But man, we got some people in here, huh? We got Ben in here. What's going on, my boy? We got Tony Ronnie in here. What's going on? We got Josh in here. I am August. What's going on? Zonkify's in here. We got Brett in here. We got Trip 6 Flicks. We got Peanut Butter and Waivers. What's going on, man? Mr. August himself. Hey, man. And I figured I owe you guys one, too, because this weekend's going to be tough to do long streams. We're probably talking, like, one draft and dip. Because tomorrow I'm getting a bunch of work done. I'm going to record, like, 2 or 3 videos, leaving for the shore, recording the video on Saturday, coming back Sunday. So we have a little bit of a short trip this weekend to film the live draft party. So it's going to be a pretty hectic couple of days. So I figured, you know what? We'll do something for the people. It's August. I am August. I'll come out here. I'll give the people what they want. But no, I do love these streams, hanging out with you guys. It has been really fun these last couple of weeks. I think this might be officially 2 weeks in a row of streaming every single day, but I'm not quite sure just yet. We got Cameron in here. We got Chris Diaz. Yeah, dude, we got Brees to fall to the 5th round, which was really sweet. Just watched the beginning of the high stakes. Yeah, I'm happy with that team, dude. I cannot believe that we got Brees that late. And I think I wanted to pick Debo early, but honestly, Lamar ended up really liking the Lamar pick. But how is everybody? How is everybody doing? We got Peyton in here. We got Joe Doby. We got Steven Mapp in the building. We got Chris Clark. He is indeed August. Hey, man. I don't start it. I just finish it. All right, so we're going to hop into, not a BBM. I don't know why I had that open. But let's hop into a puppy, huh? Let's hop into a puppy. Damn, they have a Bulldog out, $500. Dude, should we go crazy with a Bulldog? I did tell you guys we were going to hop onto a I did say we were going to hop into a puppy, but I'm kind of feeling a high stakes here. I'm not going to lie. I did, like I told you guys yesterday, I did just make a pretty hefty deposit into the account. We could do one of these Bulldogs if we want. What do we think? I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll and you guys can decide. $500 is pretty big baller. And I don't know if it would even fill right now. Like, we could join, see how full it is, and then figure it out from there. I will say I didn't get to cheese the high stakes title for this stream, though. Yeah, Bulldog probably is not going to fill. It's not going to fill. It's probably done. Oh, you're not playing fair? Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, and I don't think it's going to fill anyways. People are saying Bulldog. Let's just click enter and see what happens. We'll click enter and see what happens. Yeah, we're still waiting on 5 people. There's just no way. There's just no way it fills. Five to go. 5 to go, fellas. Unless if you guys want to run on in. There's just no way. Waiting for 5, yeah. I don't think that this is gonna fill, fellas. It'd be cool. But I think we're gonna hit the puppy here. I'd like to do a BBM as well, but I did say puppy out the gates, and I do know some of you guys are gonna be in the low stakes area wanting to play in this. So let's just do a puppy. We'll just do a puppy for fun. My bad for like gassing up the Bulldog. It just wasn't meant to be. But know that some high stakes stuff is coming in the future. We made a little bit of a hefty deposit in here. Well, let's do a puppy. Why not? So if anybody wants to hop in the puppy with us, the puppy, $5 to enter, $200,000 to first place, $1 million of prizes. It's an amazing, amazing tournament to be a part of. Promo code Ron when you hop on Underdog Fantasy. We have a link in the comment, or we have a link in the live chat, comment section, description, all of that good stuff. If you want to draft with us, hop on there, get acquainted with Underdog Fantasy. But I'm gonna click enter. It's not gonna get us in here, so don't get crazy. But it's going to be right here. All right, it's going to be the yes. In 3, 2, 1, boom. Oh, we have a lot of spaces. Fellas. We have a lot of room for you guys to pull up. Oh, do we have a lot of room. Oh, do we have a lot of room here for the boys to come through. How's everybody doing? Got puppy sauce. We got creamy sauce in here asking for weekly winners. I don't know. We got the Rising gassing up the Hero RB video. I appreciate that, man. Let me know if any of you guys are in here. Let me know. I always enjoy to hear where you guys are drafting at. Boom. All right. So now we're zoomed in. And we're ready to go. And we are ready to go. I guess those $250 to enter ones are all filled up. Let me know. I have to assume that a lot of you guys got into this one, but I don't know. Because we joined and there was like 10 open spots. Is it a bad idea to take wide receiver and running back on the same team and redraft like Lamb and Pollard? No, but I wouldn't target it, if that makes sense. I wouldn't target it. You can do that. Would you roster DTR in Dynasty? I think I would. He is interesting. Are you Olavi over Waddle in PPR? I am. You said you went 0 RB today in a homely. Thank you for the video on that strategy. Of course, man. I'm very curious to know how did that team end up? What'd you end up with? Let me know. Feel free to ask me any questions, fellas. You got nothing but my undivided attention for the next, I don't know, 40 or so minutes. I don't really know what I'm going to get into once I'm done here. Wow, Nick Chubb at the 6th spot. Oh, I'll take Kelsey at 8. That's pretty far for a Kelsey fall there. Late night Ron stream, yes sir. Yes sir. We're out here crushing Mountain Dew. 9:45 p.m. I am that guy. Would you say watch some of the preseason game tonight and threw $1 at him? Yeah, he is interesting. I mean, he was I don't know if highly touted recruit's the right word, but he was in a lot of those like elite QB camps growing up. Like a lot of those, I think that he might have been on that QB1 show. Those like elite 11 on 11s. Like he was a guy who had pedigree coming out of high school, athletic profile. I don't know that he ever matters, but he rushes enough. And this is kind of funny, but he rushes enough to be Tyler Huntley-ish, which is like worth starting. But he's not a must own in Dynasty by any means. But he's somebody that probably deserves to be on teams, taxi squads, whatever you might have. You said, so should I be that guy who tries to argue Brees is going to be mid that stream, even though everyone knows he looks great this year? Hey, man. The more people that don't like him, the more that I can draft him in the 5th round in these high-stakes drafts, dude. 5th round Brees was so nice in that draft. So we're 1 pick away here. Wow, 205 Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson Kelsey has to be pretty rare. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but Garrett Wilson has to be pretty rare. You taking Bijan at pick 8 and 10 if he falls in home leagues, or go top wide receivers in PPR. I will take him there if the top 4 are gone. If the top 4 are gone and McCaffrey's gone, then I'm fine with Bijan as high as 6. Pretty sure I've entered this multiple times, but what strategy would you do in a 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 tight end, 1 flexible PPR? Probably double hero or just hero RB, and I would just kind of let the best players fall to me. Is it dangerous that you have Watson, Chubb, and Amari Cooper on your team? It's not ideal, but I think two teammates plus the quarterback, it's probably fine. I don't think it's a death sentence by any means. Pretty heavy bet on the Browns, but you kind of already did that with Chubb early, so I don't know. You said your pick 4, you're thinking of stacking Lamar and Mark Andrews somehow. I mean, yeah, that's ideal with Tyreek Hill. If you're an underdog and you're trying to go for a week 17 correlation or whatever. Is Ron G feeling tonight? No. I had a Mountain Dew earlier just because it came with something that I DoorDashed here. Diggs over Kelsey. I prefer Kelsey. In Managed League, I could maybe go Diggs. There goes that man, Calvin Ridley in the 2nd round, man. Calvin Ridley in the 2nd round. That's just where his ADP is going to be, is what it seems like. I like Bijan over Chubb for me, but I know some people don't. So, Ron, I'm in a league where QB points are worth double the points in my home league, so would you draft QB in the 1st round? I'd probably draft them wherever the league kind of dictates. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be the first guy to take a quarterback. I'd kind of see how things shake out. Wow, that's a great JT price in this puppy. JT went at the 305. Jacobs right next to him. You said you have 2nd pick and 12-team PPR. Every mock I do, unless I grab a CMC, I am not getting any RBs of value until round 6, 7. Not sure what you mean by that. I don't think that's necessarily a problem, though. Huh. And, of course, Andrews is like the highest guy on the board right now. I don't take a lot of Gibbs here, but I'm going to go Gibbs. I'm going to go Gibbs. It's just kind of where his price is now. I don't love it. Could have talked me into Metcalf there. But I did. I can't go into the season underweight on Gibbs, and his price is getting to a spot where I'm not taking him very often. So I almost have to force myself to take Gibbs. You thought you saw Jacoby Brissett's leading the QB race in Washington? I'd be pretty shocked. I believe it's Sam Howell as of now. Tell me how we're feeling. Burrow, Eckler, Henry, Higgins, Gabe Davis, Michael Thomas, Waller, Dobbins. Huh. I don't know what the starting lineup looks like. I imagine it's 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex. I mean, this is my gripe with every team, to be honest, but I probably would prefer some more wide receivers. But the starting lineup looks fine. Pickens off the bench, too. Like, it's a nice, like, sort of really balanced team. Where are we drafting Tank Bigsby? Probably 10th round. Kelsey over Bijan now. In best ball, I like Kelsey over Bijan. Because you can't stream tight end. So tight ends get a boost. But in managed leagues, I'm probably taking Bijan. Passing Mahomes for Garrett Wilson's a no-no when you have Kelsey? I don't think so. Garrett Wilson-Kelsey is going to be a rare combination, man. And I'd rather that. So looking at Najee, Brees, DJ Moore. Next pick is pick 56. I decided to take Brees 405. Why not? I don't love the idea of having Brees and Garrett Wilson, but I think we can get away with it. I probably like this team better if Jahmyr Gibbs was DK Metcalf, but I like doing stuff that I wouldn't do in every draft sometimes. Something that people, I think, misunderstand sometimes with these. Like, I know somebody said, so Kelsey over Bijan now. Most drafts, I'm taking Bijan over Kelsey. But I'm at, like, 500 drafts at this point, and I am just trying to do something a little different sometimes. And just, make a out-of-character pick and just kind of figure out the rest, Ridley over Garrett Wilson's insane, Dylan, but I do appreciate your chutzpah. Yeah, Ridley's ADP has gotten pretty crazy. I mean, I'm still kind of taking him in that 2-3 turn area, but I probably still prefer T and Devonta over him, to be honest. Ron, you like Allen Etienne or T-Law Chubb? Very close. It seems very lateral. Like, I think I would probably hold either side. Feels like you're kind of doing a silent library trade there. Gun to my head, though, probably Allen's side. But I don't know. I do not know. Is it better to join only one league or join multiple leagues? I like multiple leagues, but there is something sacred about just having your one league and just caring about that deeply and intensely. Does going Andrews and Kelsey make it unique? I guess, but I also just am not that interested in it. I just never really want to flex a tight end. Is really what it comes down to. I like Bijan over Diggs, but it's close. Mr. August, at your service, my brother. How's it going? Howdy, partner. In your big money league at picks 10 and 11, if Bijan is there, do I go Bijan Tay or Chubb Tay or Lamb Diggs? Like you said, it just depends who's there, man. It's really... I'm never mapping out picks. Shameless plug, like patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I have my ranking sheet. I'm just taking the 2 best players on the turn. That's what it comes down to. Of those options, I go Bijan, Tay. Or of those options, I go Bijan, Diggs, Lamb, Tay, Chubb. I don't know if that answers your question, but I think it kind of does. Pick 56 Burrow, huh? Pick 56 Burrow or take 5th round JSN. Let's go JSN. JSN in the 5th round these days, but it's just what it's come down to. I was really looking at Burrow there, but I just didn't have anything to stack. Felt behind that wide receiver already. Tough to say. Gibbs climbing, Ramondre falling. Yeah. Gibbs is climbing everywhere, dude. It's crazy. Gibbs is now like a mid-third in a lot of spots. Would I trade for Pitts even if I have London and Bijan in Dynasty? I mean, I don't really let those kinds of things affect my decisions, but I probably wouldn't. Thoughts on Aaron Jones? Go to draft or staying away? In home leagues where he's like a 3rd round pick, no. But 5th round on underdog, I have no problem with Aaron Jones. I think that he's still a really, really good player. You said Mark Andrews in the late third. That late in the third is insanely good. I agree. I love Andrews. I just couldn't take him with Kelsey. Second round in the 2-3 turn. I like CeeDee, then St. Brown, then Adams, then Wilson. Worth keeping Hall at 21 since going for 35 plus in keeper league. Already keeping ETN for 6. I don't really understand the settings here. We're going to go Evans. I don't really love Evans. This is a weird team. I don't love this team at all, but here we are. Yeah, but I'm not sure what you asked there. You said worth keeping Hall at 21 since going for 35 plus in keeper league. I don't know what you mean by that, but I do like Breece Hall. I don't know. I don't think that's what you were asking, but Breece Hall is indeed a guy I like to draft a lot of. Do you think going Kelsey and Andrews in home leagues can cripple the tight end slot for the rest of the league? No. I get the thought process, but it's almost never optimal in a standard league. Not standard scoring, but just a league that isn't tight end premium. If it's not tight end premium, starting a tight end in the flex is almost never optimal. I really wouldn't even do unless if like Andrews fell to me in the 4th, and it's just like I have to take him here. But yeah, I would never do that. If it was tight end premium, I think it makes sense though. No Burrow for week 17 game. I thought about it. The only reason I didn't do it is because I just don't really like the stacks you can set up later, like Irv Smith, Tyler Boyd. Like it's just not what I'm looking for. Could have made the case for it, but we only had one wide receiver at that point. I felt like we were a little behind. What are your thoughts on Anthony Richardson? I love him. I think he's going to be a problem. He could go crazy, man. Ultra athletic, like the most athletic QB in the league. Huge. Steichen has history with this kind of QB. Fully preparing for this guy to go Trevor Lawrence. If he doesn't, though, I'm probably just going to take Trevor Lawrence. And, of course, he goes Trevor Lawrence. All right, so. All right, most cases here, I'd go Quentin Johnson, but let's go Pittman. Pittman in the 7th round on Underdog is actually a pretty sweet price to pay. Don't hate it. You don't understand how all 3 Seattle wide receivers are drafted before round 8, but Geno goes undrafted in home leagues. Well, you can stream QBs in home leagues, man. Geno goes in like the 10th. He goes in like the 11th, 12th round on. I think he actually goes like 10th round on Underdog. You made an anime tweet the other day. Have you found an anime yet or still looking? If you're still looking, tap into Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer has been one that I was looking at. I've tried to watch Cowboy Bebop again. I think I'm like 2 episodes in. I kind of like it. I will say I'm just like, things are so busy right now that I honestly haven't been watching much TV. But yeah, I've been trying Cowboy Bebop, and it's like, it's pretty cool. I like the idea of it. I'm not in love with it yet. Yo, finally caught you live. Been loving the content. Any redraft streams soon? We actually just wrapped up a high-stakes redraft managed league stream, like literally an hour ago. I think that it's kind of what you're asking for, right? Redraft high stakes? I'm not sure. Will I ever take Demont and Gibbs on the same team? No, sir. Lamar or Fields? I'll take Lamar there all day. I love this Breece Hall dip as well, dude. This Breece Hall dip has been mighty nice. Mighty nice. I still can't believe me and Jacob got him in the 5th. Like, that is super, super sweet. Now, that team is built to win down the stretch. It's really just going to be about covering our asses early. And it's just kind of the risk you take with tournament teams. You build them for the end of the season. You hope you can survive until then. Ooh, I'll take a falling Quentin Johnston. Don't mind if I do. We'll just keep hammering wide receivers here. In terms of what we're looking at for QBs, Richardson makes sense. Rodgers, of course, makes sense. Just want to make sure we're sort of looking at our stacking options. Geno makes sense. All right, we got 3 QB options that we should be looking at on the way back here. You said this is a beautiful team, maybe better than JSN in the 5th or get Evans, Pickens. What are your thoughts on that? Burrow over JSN? Yeah, like I said, I think Burrow over JSN is interesting. But I also don't like getting a Burrow team without Higgins or Chase already. Maybe that's a bad thought process to have. But we only had one wide receiver up until that point when we took JSN. So it just felt like we were going to get really thin at wide receiver. Felt like we'd get really thin. Thinking of grabbing Bijan and Wilson if Kupp falls. Should I grab him instead? Yeah, I would have Kupp, then Bijan, then Wilson if that's what you're asking. But I appreciate the Mr. August shout. Favorite Jets player of all time? It's really tough to say. Favorite Jet of all time? Probably Revis. And I know that's kind of a... I'd say Revis, but in terms of, like, my favorite all-time Jets that are, like, more low-key than that, were some all-time Jets that I did love. I love Jim Leonard. Brad Smith was sweet. Thomas Jones. Did like Dustin Keller. I like Nick Mangold was the man. Nick Mangold is still the man. Nick Mangold as well. For the few of you guys, we have 234 people in here. I really don't know how many people are going to even understand. Some people in here do know that I'm a big Yak fan. It's a podcast out there that I do like. I've been mentioned on it once before, which is pretty cool. But Nick Mangold is actually, like, he's been a guest on it before. But yeah, Nick Mangold's the man. I'm trying to think any other guys. I do like Cotchery, Brad Smith. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I like all the, like, of course, I love Garrett Wilson and Sauce and stuff, but I didn't want to mention anybody that's active right now. You said you're a little worried Bijan's going to be used more like Patterson than Saquon. Arthur is talking like Algier will have a significant role. I don't know. It's just tough. It's tough for me to believe any coach speak about the backup running back. Do you think going Kelsey and Andrews? I feel like I already talked about this, but no. I don't think it does. I wouldn't. I would not want to pair Andrews and Kelsey because I never want to be starting a tight end in the flex. All right, I've scrolled. I think I'm an idiot, and I've been a little bit behind in the chat here. I don't know what happened. Got Brees Hall 55 in your underdog draft. That's crazy. Mechie undervalued in Dynasty. I think he's probably properly valued. One of your buddies took Dalvin to the 2-3 turn. Bless his soul, man. Bless his soul. What do you think about the idea of taking early season beta? What do you mean by that, you coxer? You're going to get me in trouble with that username, but I don't know what you mean by that. What do you think of the idea of taking early season... You mean early season beta? Like, I don't know what you mean. Bijan in a standard league, Bijan by a lot there. I think just handshaking and giving the elite QBs over to the guys who draft the number one wideout is just skipping points for the sake of stacking. And just giving the elite QBs over to the guys who draft the number one wideout. I don't know what you mean by that. The guy who took Burrow didn't take... it's not like the guy who took Burrow took T. Higgins or Chase. Like, I didn't willingly give him that stack. I don't think any of the elite QBs are stacked in this. Yeah, Jalen Hurts isn't stacked. Mahomes isn't stacked. None of them are. At least to the elite ones like Diggs, A.J. Brown, Kelsey. Let's see. Wow, so all the quarterbacks that I was thinking about have dried up. Could go running back here if we'd like to. You know, let's go Dylan. Like 12 picks passes ADP here. Why not? I don't take a lot of Dylan. He's here at a value. Why not? Show me your team. You know what? Why not, dude? Why not? From the 8 spot, we went Kelsey, Garrett Wilson. Kelsey, Garrett Wilson, I think, is a pretty rare combination. Garrett Wilson goes like here, and Kelsey goes like here. We go Kelsey, Garrett Wilson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brees Hall, JSN, Mike Evans, Michael Pittman, Quentin Johnston, Rashad Bateman, A.J. Dillon here. I like it. Altoon on the Jets. It's a little bit before my time. Well, it's like I have a hard time calling Namath my favorite. Like, I love Joe Namath, but I also wasn't alive for his span, you know? Nick Mangold won a natty champ at Ohio State. Curtis Martin before my time, Namath before my time. Like, I really meant I meant more so guys that I watched. I know Curtis Martin was there when I was like a little kid, but I honestly can't remember any Jets memories before Chad Pennington. I don't know if that's gonna spook out some of you old heads, but before Chad Pennington, was Favre before Pennington? All I got is Favre and Pennington. Before that, I got nothing. Oh yeah, DePrickenshaw Ferguson's the best. Thoughts on IDP leagues? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't like to yuck other people's yum, dude. If IDP is your thing, go ahead, but not for me, brother. Not for me. Just not for me. So pick one PPR in the first, CMC in the first, or Watson in the 12th. Well, where's your pick in the first, Ryan? If your pick is anywhere from 108 or later, still probably Watson. Yeah, you got to go Watson there. This chat is struggling with English today. Pick 9, 12 TPPR, 0.25 carry. Was thinking Bijan, Barkley, or Henry. Of that group, I like Bijan the most. Interesting league format, though. That's such a weird format that I don't know what to say, but I think Bijan would be my go-to. Should I wait on QB and tight end and load up on wide receivers and running backs in a 14-man full PPR with 2 flex spots? I'm not sure if I would willingly sort of punt QB and tight end in a format like that. I think I'd probably just make sure I want to be all right, so okay, Aaron Rodgers came back to us. Perfect. So there's Rodgers. Goff is somebody we need to star. Goff, Brees. Jordan Love works too. Just thinking through what I want to do in terms of my my QBs on this team. Do I have a favorite college football team? Probably just the New Jersey guys. Like I don't even like Rutgers. Like, to be honest with you, I have a personal gripe with Rutgers. I like rooting for the local teams. But fun fact, I enrolled at Rutgers my freshman year of college. Got into the business school, which was pretty cool. But then I went to orientation. I saw what I was about to be paying for tuition, and I said, fuck that. I went to CCM, which is a community college near me. But Rutgers didn't give me an ounce of relief, dude. Not an ounce of scholarship, anything. Like, for an in-state school, it was still like $28,000 a year, which is just ridiculous. It just, I don't know. It's annoying. I just have a personal thing against, honestly, all colleges. They just refuse to help a brother out, man. All right, we're going to go McKinnon past ADP here. I don't even like McKinnon, but... But yeah, it's just annoying. It's just the thing that really irked me. I think it's just a Jersey thing too. Like, a lot of state schools, they give you nothing, man. They give you nothing. Like, I know I am Caucasian, and that doesn't do anything for the admissions offices and stuff, but single parent household, good grades, everything, they did not care. None of them cared. That's what annoyed me. I've always, and it's kind of dumb, but I've always had that. I've always had, I hate school. Not even that I hate school, but just colleges in general. The whole thing to me is a scam. I get it but like for me, I was just going to get whatever business degree was easiest. Is really what I was going to school for. What do you think about the idea of drafting a best ball team with a lot of early season bets in the sense of going against the field that's taking the late? I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it just because all the money is in the playoff rounds. Really is what it comes down to. It's tough to shoot for, and it's really tough to shoot for like a regular season prize too. I don't think even Rutgers like Rutgers in college football. Yeah, exactly, dude. Rutgers, 28K in state is insane. 2,600. I would have gone to a 4-year. I think it is kind of a New Jersey thing, man. Like Seton Hall was Seton Hall I was looking at, TCNJ I was looking at. Dude, I had good grades. I had like a super score, but I think I had like a 1330 SAT. High 90s in grades. Have never been rich. Got nothing. Nothing. Not a single scholarship, not a single ounce of anything. Would have been upwards of 20,000 wherever I went to school. And I took that personally. So Derek Carr, I don't want Carr. Someone already took Jordan Love, huh? I really need to be thinking about stacking QB options here, but nothing stands out. So we'll just take Algier, but nothing stands out. I decided we're going Laporta, actually. Wow, cut that one close, man. Cut that one close. Am I a first-gen college student? No, I'm not. I think my mom was, though. She got an accounting degree. Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, you got a bio degree and then you worked in IT. Yeah, I've heard a lot of things like that. Being Caucasian does not help your chances of student aid. No, I know, that's what I was saying. As in, that wasn't helping. But it felt like that was the only thing that mattered on my aid requests and everything. $1330 SAT. I mean, it was okay. I did okay. It's okay. You're about to win best ball though? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. And then I'll buy Rutgers in my 3 mil. I'll re-enroll. Psych. I will say it's pretty funny, dude. So I don't know how many of you guys know, but I went to 2 years of community college, and then like instead of going to a 4-year, I just took a gap year, I guess you could call it. Worked on YouTube, and then this has made enough money for my mom to not think it's a dumb decision not to go to school, is what I'll say. But it was funny. We were watching Hard Knocks, and she saw Sauce Gardner go back to school to get his degree. And she looked at me, and she was like, why can't you be like Sauce and go back to school? Maybe I should eventually get a degree, but I hate it, bro. Just the whole if I could do it for free, fine. But the whole concept, like, especially the dudes around here where you're paying, like, dude, a lot of guys around where I'm from, either paying like $25K a year for the state schools, or they're paying like $60K a year for Penn State on like mommy's money. There's no cheap, I mean, I don't know. There's not really cheap options around here. Not for people of my profile and background, I'll say. Let's think. All right, so we can't go any more tight ends. Kyler is interesting, but we don't have a single Cardinals anything lined up. Kyler, Stafford. Dude, we are coming up empty in this draft. Stafford, Purdy. I think this just has to be a Kyler team. I don't know what else to do, but we'll just take Kyler and start focusing on some Cardinals. Could get Michael Wilson late, Keontae Ingram as well. But I think Kyler's the right kind of QB if we're going to get this week at QB. I said IU, which is a good school, is $10K a year in state. Oh, yeah, that's great, man. And offers good financial aid. I couldn't have went for $28K. Yeah, exactly. So now with 160K at the age of 26, good? Probably. No, Jersey's screwing everybody, dude. It's Jersey screwing everybody, but you'd also be, like, the area I live in, like, people are doing okay financially. Went to River Falls State. I don't even know what that is. What do you think? The average American doesn't even have 1K in their bank account? Yeah, that's doing great. Rutgers are delivering pizza to the big time. I don't know about the big time, dude. Why do you hate the Steelers so much? I've hardly seen you draft any. I know Pickett wears gloves and all, but damn. Yeah, I should get around on some Steelers. I mean, I've been drafting more Freiermuth. You can't really build any stacks out of the back with Kenny Pickett. Like, I'm just trying to think through what I can build out. Yeah, I can't do anything with Stafford. I can't do anything with Purdy. Pickett, no. Like, Pickens, Deontay, Freiermuth, already gone. Bryce Young I can build stuff out with. Same with Howell, with Curtis Samuel. Got gas today and thought of yesterday's stream. Love to hear it. What would you get your degree in, dude? It would have been a random business degree. It would have been whatever I felt like was the easiest. Probably marketing. It probably would have been a marketing degree, man. And to be honest, might be talking my ass here, but the experience that I've built from YouTube and marketing this in a way, right, where we now have like sponsorships and like even, you know, like so much of marketing these days is video content, whether on TikTok or YouTube and stuff like that. If something went horribly wrong and I had to then go find a job, I do think I could find a job somewhere within social media marketing. I wouldn't love it. I wouldn't be in love with it. Because that's honestly, like, the business side of things is, like, my least favorite part of what I get to do here. Like, this, drafting teams, talking with you guys, researching Hero RB strategy videos, love all of that. But the back-end stuff of titling videos, strategizing, figuring out what has to happen to make merch, a website, all that, hate it all. Quick question to my redraft league. Do you think it's better to have the order randomized 30 minutes before the actual start? Or randomized like a week before? I think it doesn't really matter. You don't even need a degree anymore. You have good experience. That's what I think. But my mom thinks otherwise. Yeah, exactly. It's paying $30,000 a semester while taking your prerequisites is like absolutely insane. And you're definitely paying. Now, I will say I kind of lucked out. It's screwed up to say it, but it is true. I definitely lucked out with COVID. I don't know if that's screwed up to say, but like, you know, you pay that money for the college experience. I didn't get the college experience. You know, I didn't get to drink with my buddies in a dorm room and like, you know, have all those cool connections and stuff and all of that. But what I will say is, like, with COVID, everybody that paid top dollar to get the college experience only got the college experience. It's pretty crazy. Like, I was the graduating class that got screwed over by COVID. So all I got of community college in person was my fall semester. And then halfway through spring semester, we were on Zoom. And then we Zoomed the rest of the way. So, like, everybody got their first, like, you know, they had pretty much their spring semester of their junior year and their entire senior year to have an actual college experience. Everything before that, I mean, it was still a college experience, but you know what I mean? Not the full thing that you sort of paid for and signed up for, I guess. Yeah, county college was dirt cheap. If I was to get my 4-year degree, the county college I went to has like a Rutgers program where you can just take classes at the community college and pay for a pretty cheap, like, general business degree from Rutgers. That's probably what I would do. But yeah. Nothing sticks out here. We need another QB. We need to take another QB here. This is going to end up being a 3 Probably a 3.672. We're gonna take Kenny Pickett past ADP. Somebody in here is saying to draft Kenny Pickett. I got nothing in terms of Kenny Pickett, but this draft isn't my best, fellas. I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. Oof. All the time that's never too late to start/finish their degree. Your worth shouldn't be predicated on having a slip of paper. Live your best life. I appreciate that, man. That's kind of my thoughts on it. My mom's a little more old-fashioned, but I will say, like, shout out to her for even allowing me to, like, not go to school and just do my own thing here, and things have kind of worked out well. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy, bro. I don't know. I'm not gonna say here because it's done. If you don't have anything going for you on the side or whatever, you probably have to go to college or a trade school or something. I'm also 22 and talking my ass, and I hit the 0.1% of outcomes of I would be at school right now or just graduated if it wasn't for COVID. Could bank on those Excel skills. Yeah, I guess I have some Excel skills that some might be interested in. Yeah, that's what I was going with anyway. Like, marketing, advertising is what I was going to do. Surprised you wouldn't like stats? Yeah, I like stats, but, like, once you start incorporating, like, IT stuff and I have to start learning, like, Python and stuff, that's when it gets a little bit too heavy for me. I've always been good at math, and that's, like, the best part that I had on my SAT or whatever. But once you start getting, it gets to a certain point where it's like, holy hell, dude. You know what I mean? Or it's just so above my pay grade. But data would have been interesting. I think it was $28K a year, but I could be wrong, Brock. I think it was $28K a year. Rutgers campus is broken up into 5 parts, and I did an orientation there. And we went to all the spots. Exactly, that's where it gets tough for me. Like, I can do Excel, I can do stats and probability, but once we start digging into data, doing a lot of lifting, it probably would have been beneficial to do it, but you'd be surprised. It really, for numbers, for me, has always been something that it just came very naturally. And then once it got too complicated, and once you get to that level, things get dicey. So we're going to go... This is going to be really weird here, fellas, but we're going to draft Allen Robinson. We're going to draft Allen Robinson and then come back around and take Keontae Ingram. And I'm not going to love it, but this is where we're at. Yeah, the system. I mean, like I said, like, I'm not telling anybody to drop out or not go to college. I think it's probably the right play. It just wasn't the right play for me, and I take everything personally. And there is something that really bothers me about not a single school in the Upper East Coast that could offer me an affordable tuition cost, a reasonable cost. Shout out community colleges, though. I will say, man, the only reason I even enrolled in Rutgers in the first place is because community college had such a stigma at my school where it was just like the losers and the delinquents all ended up going to community college, and like it just was a social thing where if you were going to community college, you just were kind of like, it was almost like an unspoken thing where like people who went to community college were just like seen as kind of like not failures, but just kind of like losers, You see all these people, like especially the girls and stuff, getting hyped about going to these big schools like Penn State and Syracuse, and you just kind of feel, I don't know if left out's quite the right word, but you guys get what I'm saying. You just sort of feel, it just feels bad to go to a community college when there's so much hype and excitement from everybody around you about their big schools they're going to. But it really is the play, man. Taking prerequisites for super affordable prices. Like literally, the only reason I am a wizard with Excel is I took an Excel course at community college that we did in person, and it helped me out a ton. Like it literally helped me out a ton. Like a stats course as well. Like I would say the courses I took in community college have been like by far the most impactful over the course of like my entire being in the education system. So any of you guys out there that are young, don't look down on community college, man. Community college is a really, really strong option for anybody out there that is like looking at like staring down the barrel of like a lifetime of debt, man. Community college is a very strong option, dude. Let's go Michael Wilson here. Probably too many wide receivers on this team, and we really got screwed out of quarterback, but that's where we're at. If you win BBM, can you come on the stream? Probably. I'll let you come on stream if you do. IU's campus is sick. Couldn't imagine it being broken up. Honestly, the Rutgers campus I actually really liked. Like that was honestly one of the selling points for me at orientation. Like the campus was really nice. They have like it's almost like there's a bunch of different vibes. You bus around. Like there's transportation everywhere. And the one campus, College Ave, is like a really lively party area. That's really cool. Like, don't be wrong, Rutgers looks like a fantastic time. Looks like a fantastic time. Pay $9K a year at Slippery Rock. Where's that? First time catching the live for you, Super Cooper. What's going on, man? I blame a lot of this on the tuition being too high. Yeah, I agree. If Rutgers was 8 to 10K a year, like if I got the same deal from Rutgers that you got for IU and it was $10,000 a year, I probably would have went. What is the highest you would take Jonathan Taylor? Is he pretty much an auto draft in the third round? Yeah, auto draft in the third round. I'd probably take him around like 211, 212. Trade school a great option too, man. And I know a lot of I was one of these young guys too, where it's like you hear that and like I don't know, you hear community college, you hear trade school, and you just kind of think of like I don't know. Most of the guys probably that you know that are either going to a trade school or going to a community college, like probably didn't do too well in school, weren't really straight A guys, probably weren't too well off, and it's just like maybe you don't want to be grouped in with that group of people, but there's a huge need for trade school right now, and then community college is as cheap as it's ever been. So that's my 2 cents. Any young heads out there that are like about like maybe you're going into your senior year of high school, or you're going into your freshman year of college, and you're the same as me. Where, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like that was probably the roughest summer of my life. Was from senior year of high school going into freshman year of Rutgers, withdrawing in August. I decided in like August. I was like, fuck this. Like literally, this $28,000 was about to hit my bank account. And I was like, oh my god, like I can't do this. And then I registered for classes at community college, and it was all late too. So some of them were like half online, accelerated. Like my first semester of community college, like it was literally just the bottom of the barrel of whatever was open. And it did, like I'll be honest with you guys, like I don't know why I'm opening up about this right now, but like it was like a tough time. It was a tough time where I was just like looking down the barrel of like, am I a failure? I'm going to community college. Like I'm not going to the big 4 years like everybody else. Like I'm staying home. I'm delivering pizzas. Like I was in a tough spot, man. I was in a tough spot, but at the end of the day, you just realize you're 17. Nobody has it figured out. If going to community college and delivering pizzas is a better move than taking on hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, so you can like post pictures on Instagram, I guess. I don't know. I'm probably really downplaying 4 years there, but you guys get what I'm saying. Is this a fantasy draft or college education lecture? We've turned it into a college education lecture. Because I think some of you guys might be young in here. Some of you guys might be young in here, thinking about what you're doing in the future. And I could have really used somebody that I looked up to saying that community college is not a big deal at all. Doesn't mean you're a failure. You're not as smart as other kids. Said you're saying it's just had the same reservations at first about community college, but it's turned into the best thing for her. What schools charge these days? Yeah, I agree, man. Even just going 2 years of community college and then doing the 4 year for 2 years, I think is even like a better option. But I agree. Like I actually loved, and I actually was sad that COVID happened. Like I loved going to the community college campus. Like this one in Jersey, dude. It's called CCM, County College of Morris. It's absolutely beautiful. There's like a library on campus with like 3 floors, and there's like a Starbucks at the top. Like it's a very, very nice public community college. Yeah, exactly. Like, but I mean, like being an electrician and stuff. You said, not gonna lie, I've thoroughly enjoyed the chill higher higher education discussion vibes these later rounds. I'm glad you did, man. What do you think about Kelsey at 6? I don't love it. I don't love Kelsey at 6. I think in best ball it makes sense, Kelsey at 6. But in managed, I probably prefer the running backs. I imagine Kupp or Tyreek are there. I agree. That's why I did want to say something. And whenever I can, I say something about community college because, again, like, I had like 17, 18-year-old me, summer going into freshman year of community college that was supposed to be Rutgers. Like, dude, I had a roommate. I had the spot I was going to be staying at. Like, I had everything planned out. And, like, last second, I was like, nope, I can't do this. And it really felt so massive. Like, it felt like such a, oh my God, like, what did I just do? Should I have gone to Rutgers? But I think it's truly one of the better decisions I've made. And that's not to say I think 4-year schools, if you can go there for a reasonable price and all of that, I think, like, again, I don't have the college experience. I've been living at home this entire time. That's why I'm sort of itching to move out after the season, if I'm being honest with you guys. It has its trade-offs, but for anybody out there that's like maybe going to take an unorthodox route and not go a 4-year route, just know you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Oof. Master's degree for you, Brock? You went to Villanova, paid a shit ton, but don't regret my decision one bit. I actually have a buddy who just went to Nova. But Nova looks sweet, man. And there's some people that are in a spot where they can justify taking on that debt or whatever, and it works out, man. Getting a lot of tax dollars right now as well, trying to steam up the trades. Great advice. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what I would say is the play. If you're in a spot where like my family is not poor or whatever, but like just like extremely middle class, I would say. And was at a spot where like my mom wasn't going to help me with school. So if you're out there and school is on you and it's your burden, you should think long and hard about what you're taking on in terms of debt there. Cause it's scary, dude. Like you could look down the barrel of, dude, 6 figures in debt, bro. Like, I am very lucky to be debt-free, no student loans or whatever. Did have a 4.0 at community college, though. But I'll tell you one thing, dude. Something that I will say that should sell you guys, like, I wasn't the greatest student of all time. I had straight A's, 1,300 plus SAT, but I wasn't, like, top 50 in the class. Or, like, I wasn't even in the running for valedictorian or anything. I did well. I probably could have studied more. But if you're somebody that gets straight A's at your school, like community college is a breeze. Unless if you're doing like nursing. If you're doing nursing, I've heard that that's pretty tough or like one of the serious stuff. But if you're just going for like a business degree or something like pretty easy, it's a breeze. It's a breeze. Said your dad and brother are an electrician? Oh, that's dope, dude. Yeah, lots of training. But it's the play, dude. Stuff like that. Carpenter. Ron, what's your kitty's name? My cat's name is Felix, but he's like old as hell. Chills upstairs. I don't really vibe with the cat. You said old dude here, totally back your opinion on college and trade school. Did 4 years, late 80s and early 90s, and it did not pay off for shite. That is bad in all eras. Yeah, sounds about right. With the 109 pick, would you go Bijan or Chubb in half point? I like Bijan personally. If you're young and in school, it's easy for you to go. I've been outdrafted and outshafted. I have. Some more advice. When you have kids, start a 5.29 for them right away, and it will put them ahead of the game big time. Huh. You were there for both of the 2016 and 2018 Natty Championships. It was a nutty experience. Damn, that's crazy. My buddy just missed you. We graduated in 2019. But he, Ecoxer, you might, if you actually know your stuff about Nova Ball, his freshman dorm was on the same floor, and he would like hang out with some of the guys on the basketball team. It was I think Archidiakono's younger brother, who like sucks. Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Brian Antoine, maybe. I think those were the 3 freshmen that came in that year, but he would hang out with them or whatever. You said, yeah, I'm thinking about going to med school, but might get a master's and go into research biotech. My goodness. I would go to community college for 2 years and finish up at a state school. Yeah, that's probably that's what I had in mind. That was my route. I was probably just going to go back to Rutgers for year 3 and 4, but then I was like, nah, I'm gonna make the people content. 200 people watching, listening to this sweet life advice should really hit that like button. Yeah, hit that like button. No, that's Winnie on the couch behind me, my dog. Brunson, Josh Hart. That's a little bit before then, but yeah. Yeah, even 5, yeah, dude, like, it would cause me such a deep amount of stress, and I don't mean to freak any of you guys out. You lived next to Mikal Bridges your junior year? Oh, that's dope, man. That's dope. He was a dog. I always get stressed out about things like this. I'm already in my 3rd year and go to law school, as that's what I've always wanted to do, but I don't truly know if I want to do it. Oh, man. I feel you, though. I'd probably be in a very similar spot. I'm not an influencer like Ronnie, so I got to keep going to school instead. Hey, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know. We're still yet to see if this was the correct decision. I like to think it was, but I don't know. Until we get that silver 100K plaque and I've moved out of Mother's basement, you know, maybe I should have gone to school. Who knows? But I do appreciate you guys coming out here. I didn't really mean to turn this into what did we get into, man? I don't know. But yeah, we talked about some college stuff. I told you guys that I went dude, like I hit the craziest pullout of 4-year degree. But yeah, man. I do appreciate everybody that was in here talking, and I do hope it seems like I think our audience at this point, most of the audience has already graduated from college and stuff. But I will say, if any of you guys out there are young, and feeling lost in college, like, 1, it's all gonna be all right, and 2, not doing the same thing as everyone else is just as viable as an option. Whether that's trade school, community college, whatever. It's all kind of a wash in the end. But appreciate you guys all coming out here. I love you guys. You guys are the best. We are going to be streaming tomorrow. We're going to be streaming every single day until kickoff. But this weekend in particular is going to be tough. Like, it's probably going to be like 1 stream and dip out, or 1 draft and dip out. We have tomorrow, I'm going to try and get as much work as I can done tomorrow. And then Saturday is the live draft down the shore. Staying at an Airbnb. I'm going to stream down there. I'm going to find a way to stream a draft down there. But yeah, there's going to be like 1 stream tomorrow, which I'm going to have to do quick before I like leave for the shore. I'm leaving for the shore Friday night, staying there Friday night, staying there Saturday night, coming back Sunday. But we'll make sure to stream on Friday before I leave. We'll stream on Saturday while I'm down there. And tomorrow I'm going to film tomorrow's video, Saturday's video, maybe Sunday's video. We'll see. But then we'll come back. Nothing but straight business. As always, if you're new, make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. We just did a draft on there. We're going to be drafting on there all summer long, so make sure you check it out. Promo code Ron will get you a deposit match up to $100. I have a link in the description, live chat, comment section down below. You click it, takes you there, use the promo code Ron, and you can hop in the puppy right now. That was a $5 puppy draft, the best way for a beginner to hop on Underdog Fantasy and try it all out. It's going to close very soon. So if you want to try out the puppy, they only do 3, 4, maybe 5 of them a year. This is already number 3. So make sure you check it out. As always, I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.